Hey, it's iRacing IndyCars. We're at Pocono on the oval. The old Pocono had the road course, but this one's just the oval. IndyCars used to actually come to Pocono as of last year. I don't think they're coming anymore, unfortunately. This is an exciting race. We qualified P10. We had the speed to be P6, but out of 3, I clipped the wall and got a 0x, so they took away my fastest lap. That's no fun. Canducci right ahead of me on the grid, P8. So let's get to the action. All right, we got here 85 laps. That should be interesting. And what you might notice on the car, which you really should be noticing here by now, is a great big bar right in front of me. It is the, what do they call that? What do they call it? The Aeroscreen? Well, you know what I mean. It's to protect the drivers in case of kerfuffle. So all the Indy cars now have the Aeroscreen. I guess it's the Aeroscreen, which, as you can tell, it makes it very iffy seeing right in front of you. So if a car is much further than that in front of me, I don't see it. So you will be in the draft and not seeing the car ahead. So that could be interesting. I noticed that right away, especially on something long like this. It's going to block out a lot of the track. So if there is something down there, see, the whole half of the track could be blocked, and I would never know. So that's an issue. Yeah, I really don't like it. People are like, well, they have it on the real car. And I'm like, yeah, but you got 2 eyes, you can see through it. You can't see through it here on iRacing, so it's somewhat difficult. Somewhat difficult. Let's try not to get in an accident before the start. We're car 14, starting P10. Again, just like the last race, we just want to, you got to be in it to win it. Let's play it smart. Try to stay out of trouble. That's Canducci right in front of us. Who knows what's going to happen?
Double check your steering wheel, get a good look at your switches. You're ready to go.
Race 2 at Pocono.
I'm boss man, pace cars off. Have a great day. Green flag.
I could have gone up.
Inside is
Oh, I think somebody just passed on the inside. Down low there. I could have gone up on Canducci, but I don't think he was paying attention. He might have hit me.
inside. Still inside. Still inside. Clear.
All right, I'm a little scared of that car right there. That was inside me all that time. I don't know what they're doing, but they're just kind of hanging out down there. Oh, no.
Stay to the stop side. Hard stop. Pit road is closed. Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 18.
Okay, so we could pit. But it's only been not even 1 lap. Well, not even one racing lap. We got 2 turns at racing speed, so probably nobody's gonna stop. I'd feel safer if I was in the back, or would I? Don't know if anybody else was taken out with that guy. You never know, with a car spinning across the track like that, he might take somebody with him. Somebody who can't see it. All right, this guy behind me is just following me directly. You're supposed to stagger so you don't rear end somebody. Gabby Shavs, Gavin Sanders. So 2 out. How many started this? 18? I think it was 18. P10. Just hanging out.
Pit road is open.
Somebody's taking the escape road, which you don't need to do.
Just double check the adjustment.
All right, almost everybody behind me took the chance for a pit stop, except for one.
You have an in-car camera. 1 minute 44.4.
I mean, it's a free stop. But we had been racing so little.
You'll be lining up behind the 18.
All right. After race 1, I was eager to get back to race 2 here. But boy, it's weird when things change so much between the two races. Didn't have the Aeroscreen for race 1. Aeroscreen? I'm going to always call it the Aeroscreen. What's wrong with me? And we do need to get a new paint. The problem with the Aeroscreen now is that it's not really painted. It's partially painted and painted unwell. So they've got to get a whole new... They've got to put out all kinds of new paints now. Because they had to change the template. So I think it might have actually changed a different part of the car as well. Depending on how you move around things on the template, it might do that. So I'm no paint expert, but it might. All right. We know the fellow behind us, Rasmussen. I just can't get comfortable in my seat today. I'm a little worried. And now I've really messed up because I've shifted my keyboard, and yeah, I'm in big trouble. We're in big trouble.
Hey, stars off. Have a great day. Green, green, green.
All right.
3.886.
Let's just keep it steady, get in a rhythm. And everybody's splitting up down here, and I don't know why. I can't see in the middle of those two. It's like they're... One went too high, one went too low. I thought something might be in the middle, and oh my goodness. What was that?
Clear. Inside. Awesome.
You don't really expect to be having a dive bomb in T2 like that, but hey.
45.887. Working the bottom. Clear. Inside. Door quarter clear.
Alright, I'm a little scared now. Let's just
Working the bottom.
take it easy.
Clear.
Everybody who stopped after their one lap is now fast. Let's just hope this is a safer spot. Got a big gap behind. I can just hang out. Hanging out in back is not always the best, because if anything happens, it'll be in front of you, and it'll be right in front of you.
45.
So you can easily become victim to it. But it's better than taking it easy, better than getting pressured starting at lap 4 and 5. Oh, we're really just kind of coasting here, aren't we? Seems to be Mark. Here seems to be. Is this Mark Edmonds? I don't know. I changed it just to say the last name and the first initial, but really kind of coasting back here. mean, I don't mind hanging back a bit, but come on. Now we've completely lost the draft. We've lost the draft ahead. Oh. Really only an issue if we're going to go green the whole way. What are the odds of that? Okay, I could block out almost every car at the that big black bar. Well, you know what I did not pull up? My alternate fuel calculator. Need to pull that up.
44.091.
Remember last race, I was getting different figures from the two fuel calculators. Not ideal. Back there is really kind of off it. 7 seconds back.
43.974.
So we're getting the goal here, I guess top 10. Top 10 would be nice. Anything more than that, definitely more than welcome. But you've seen enough of these races where, you know, a lot of it is just making sure you're there at the end. I mean, it's a strategy. I don't see anybody else. Oh, there's Rasmussen, P11. I was gonna say I didn't see any of the guys, but don't know where Rob is. See if I can find Canducci. No, I can't move up and down. What's the problem with these standings? You can't move up and down. Well, I can't. I need some more buttons. I don't know what's going on with my button box. They said there might be a delay because of the coronavirus. Apparently all the parts come from China. They weren't making parts for a while. But yeah, I've only got so many buttons on my wheel, so I selected down and next. But I really need to go up or previous. Well, can't do everything. Plus, I'm trying to get used to how the car handles with the Aeroscreen. It seems to have much more understeer. I really preferred it in its older incarnation. shifted down. Smart doing. Thought he might take me out there. Wasn't sure. Okie dokie. Clean air. Unless he comes back past me again. Hopefully he just wants to hang out and save some fuel. Guess he didn't. Okay, now that I've lost the draft, I'm a third of a second up faster. Jeez. Man, it looks like Molina's about to get lapped back there. Wow. Don't want to get lapped in IndyCars because very difficult to get back. No lucky dogs. After that lap one moment, it clean as a whistle. Oh no. Okay, we were trying to get the fuel calculator there, and that did not work well at all. We lost a lot of time. Wow. Wow. That was not the amount of time I thought that was going to take. Wow. Second and a half going up to second and 3/4, 2 seconds. Oh boy. Problem is this new these new overlays I got. Each one of them is a separate thing on the Alt tab. each one of these little overlay boxes you see. So you gotta tap through all of those. Other windows, OBS, a couple windows. Oh my goodness. But all right, we're back on it. That's not good. Okay, sitting in 13th, coming up to 12th.
43.717.
What do we got here? I don't know what that fuel calculator is doing. Tires do not feel good. They do not. Yeah, it was about 25 laps was as far as I wanted to push the tires. After 25, I start quite sketchy. I got about 10 more laps to go. On fuel, at least. Last time out, we pitted too early. And of course, a caution came out as soon as we got out of the pits, which killed us. Sent us all the way to the back.
44.066.
We'll just kind of hang out. Oh, there's somebody giving up on the tires already. Oh, that's a lap. That's a lapper. A couple laps down now at this point.
44.716.
Is anybody going to pit early? Anybody at all?
44.381.
Is anybody going to have real troubles with their tires and go for a ride? That is another question. That's the back marker, now disconnected. There you go, Mr. Silva. First one in the pits for real. There's Canducci, P9. Let's see, now Silva is now a lap down. So if a caution comes out before everybody else pits, he's going to be in trouble. Well, not before everybody else pits, but most of the people. Because he'll be, oh yeah, everybody else will have to pit. He'll be a lap down. He'll have to get the waiver out, which I guess isn't the end of the world, but it's going to put you at the back. Still plenty of time to make up for being at the back, but
44.0.
I prefer not to be there. Of course, now he's also going to be able to lap much quicker.
Keep hauling ass, man. Keep hauling ass. You can for about 4 more until he stops.
All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's Kenducci. That's game over for Mr. Rob. Dang. It's unfortunate. You'd like to battle with. I really want to battle more with Kenducci. I don't want to pass him that way. So, you know, so Silva's 14th and a lap down. So what's going to happen is that everybody's going to go in the pits this time. He'll get the wave around. So he'll be at the back and with tires that are a lap or two older. Not good. So he didn't get a chance to use those tires before he dang. He didn't get a chance to use the tires before the caution came out even. There goes Kenducci. Alright, so we're P11. We'll have to look back and see what happened there. The Muppet montage is fairly short on these kind of tracks, just because there's only so much you can do before you die. Because hit the wall, dead. You get on the grass, you're gonna die. You know, there's a lot of ways to kill you on the track. These cars are fragile. Where's my stop? Hey, I see my thing. What do they call that? Pit board? Pole? Alright, just take it easy.
Go man go, go man go. Good job, pit crew. Get behind the 18.
Looks like we made up a couple spots somehow. Don't know how we did that. That wasn't no hurry. All right. So it looks like we can make it on one more stop. That's what they're saying. Do you believe it? Yeah, I think so. 31. We went 30 laps. We go another 30 to 60 and then another 25. We can do it on one more stop. Don't know if that's a good idea. Our tires will be no fun, but so it looks like nobody else went with Kenducci. Looks like that was just a single car accident. Or at least whoever, if anybody else was involved, they have continued. I mean, it might have been that one of those guys I passed. Who did I pass? Rasmussen and Jason Willott. They might have had contact with Rob and just got a wing repaired or something. Who knows?
One to go.
One to go.
They could be lining up behind the 18.
Alright, so we are P9 currently.
1 minute 59.12.
But again, long time going.
Line up behind 18.
Next week is Barber. That should be interesting. And the start of the iRacing IndyCar series. A different series to this series. Longer races that follow the, well, what should have been the real life schedule. Goes to all the real tracks. And a couple, and we threw in a couple that aren't part of the schedule to as replacements. Because iRacing doesn't have like Toronto and Portland and Long Beach. I don't remember what they're throwing in. I think they're including Watkins Glen, I think, and I don't know the other track that they're including. I would have included Montreal instead of since we don't have Toronto. But
Lining up behind 18.
all right. Again, still a long ways to go.
All right, Earl, man, bring them home. Roger.
53 laps.
Boss man, you know what time it is. Green flag.
It's green flag time.
I don't know how many you passed. You're going the right direction. 1 minute 52.381.
All right, now what we want to do here is just get away from the cars behind. If we can do that, I'd feel much better. So I don't want to see these guys diving up in on me and making moves they don't need to be making. Kind of like going 5 wide on the straight with 50 laps to go.
5.
So we do have a gap behind, but slowing down that much makes me think they might catch back up from behind. These guys are going side by side. That's gonna kill us. Get road. Oh man. Come on, guys. All right.
43.879.
Stretching out a little bit from behind. Let's hope Edmonds keeps right behind me. I don't want him to get past. Hold Mollett and Rasmussen behind you. Good, good, good. Uh-oh, somebody's on the wall. What are they doing? Where are they going? No, don't do that. Oh my goodness. Diving for the pits across the track like that.
43.7.
It's definitely something you don't do.
Rear.
Cost the guy in front of me a position. Because he had to slow down because the guy cut across the track like that. I don't really want him behind me. Guy's still in the pits. There's car number 6. Alright, so that moves us up to P7. Not gonna lie, if he wants to go green the rest of the way, I'm okay with that. Because on the restarts, that's when things happen. Guys behind you get brave and start making moves.
43.315.
This race had 3 splits this time. Normally does not have 3 splits. That's a good group of drivers, a large group of drivers. The Indy Road does not always go official, but when it does, you usually get a good group, a big group. So again, we're pulling away from the guy behind. That's why we want to keep it green, because we can do that. And of course, as I say that, we lose a couple tenths. Looking through the through a windshield. I think I see the sunshine off the glass sometimes, and it's kind of putting me off a little bit. Yeah, like right in the middle, there's a weird reflection. I don't know how weird it is. It's just something I'm not used to. Seeing suspension bits and the like. Yeah, that's weird. In the first race, the new Aeroscreen. The other AFP, a lot of people didn't like the other system they had before this. They said it looked like a traffic cone on the nose, but it's fairly easy to get around. But now there's no way to get away from the Aeroscreen.
43.448.
Alright, so the lowest and behind is sticking with me right where he was. Right where he is. So I'm thinking those guys behind me have got something in the tank. They're just waiting for the right moment to spring it on me. Maybe. Maybe they're back there just hanging on for dear life.
We're halfway in the race.
Halfway.
43.33.
might be in bottom split. You never know how the fields are going to shake out. Depending on how many top guys are here and how many bottom guys are here, you get with a really good, really super fast group or a really crazy slow group. But the problem is the bottom splits aren't necessarily crazy slow. They are often just crazy. I watched some of these videos today, highlights of different races, and man, some of it's pretty wild. Reminds you of rookie street stock. When people first start iRacing, they start in the rookie series, and it is a crash fest. A whole lot of fun and frustration. I remember at the time, it was fun, but it was very frustrating because, you know, things would happen. We're all rookies, we're all learning how to drive. But now watching the bottom split videos can be pretty amusing. Although generally I don't like crash videos. A lot of people seem to do like crash videos, but I'm like, well, that's people that just had their race ruined. But these videos are so funny because you can't believe what some people are doing, how they're driving. I mean, you're just like, it's a giant face palm. Can't believe that guy did that, something like that. All right. We seem to be hanging out here in 7th, which after our result in the first race would be much appreciated. The first race, we really got nailed by that pit stop. That was unfortunate. Of course, the ending wasn't very good either, but... Oh, I didn't mention... I guess I didn't mention this. The guy did apologize to me later for the ending of the first race. Well, spoiler alert, he had a reason to apologize. But sort of. I mean, not really. You know, you gotta train a car. So if the guy in the first car, you know, checks up, goes slowly, that's gonna affect everybody behind him. And well, by the time it got to me, people were checking up more and more, and boom. So I mean, there's nothing you can do. I didn't get angry or anything. Sometimes I get angry. Some of these guys in some of the other series, they just are just insane, and it looks like they either can't drive or they intentionally take you out. You make you angry, but yeah, it is a racing incident. Can't really get angry for that. Disappointed, sure, but... Alright. So we're going to say, one is saying 15 laps worth of fuel, one is saying 13. Yikes. That's way off. One is saying refill with 38.8, one is saying 53.6. So I think this is the same thing we had, now it's 41.1. I think this is the same thing we had the last race. I can't trust this new calculator. I don't know what they're doing differently. Maybe they're counting how much fuel I use for every lap. How much fuel I've used for every lap. And that would count, that would work fine on road. But in oval, that's not going to work at all because your cautions are involved in that. You don't use much fuel on caution. I'm thinking that might be what they're doing. And since none of them race road, or race ovals, you just don't know. Or maybe they, I don't know. know, most calculators just use the last few laps. Like how much fuel have you used in the last 5 laps, and we'll calculate those last 5 laps out for the rest of the race. Something like that. But yeah, I'm going to put in 55 liters. Could get away with a little less if there was a caution before we stop, but... Pit window is not open. Like I said, we can do it on one stop. There's one last stop. But we'd have to go pretty far into the stint to do it. I looked for paints. There's only like there are like 6 new paints. For the I talked about the paint earlier, that you got to paint your Aeroscreen outside of it. The only ones up there so far are, you know, teams and individual drivers who just want theirs to look good. They fix theirs. Nobody's made a paint like the one I'm driving. I'm driving the Simon Pagenaud Menards racing car from last season. He won the Indy 500. That's too early, dude. That is too early. You cannot go to the end from there. You know what? He must have short filled. And I thought about doing that. I thought about short filling when I was in the pits. Because I was like, hey, if I short fill here a little bit, I'll get out ahead. And there'll probably be another caution sometime. Glad I did not. That might really come back to haunt. If there's no more cautions and he's got to stop again. Oh, he's got to stop again no matter what, doesn't he? He can't go to the end. Even if somehow he gets it on fuel from cautions, he's not going to have the tires. So I don't know what he's going to do. We definitely want green flag racing. We've been able to build up the gap behind. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made in the first race. When I watch this race now, I'll stay out while everybody else pits, and I'll lose out that way. See, if you stay out too long, your tires get roasted, and you lose out that way by going too slowly. Pit too early, and a caution comes out, and everybody else gets pit under caution, and you don't. So it's an issue. But there's just so few laps left now. I would be very surprised if, how do you say that? Roofs? Roof? A-R-O-U-F-S. Roofs. Roof. Oh. The point of the story is, I would be surprised if he can make it to the end. Even though it's only a little bit before those other guys are pitting. You don't know. I mean, maybe. Get the fuel right. Run in a lower fuel setting. Get the draft. Boy, those tires would be beat though. Mr. Silva. what my spotter's gonna say here. 3 laps?
43.521. Attaboy. Go get him in.
I'm going to get him.
Leaders off the road.
Yeah, it's getting really iffy on tires now. Oh my goodness, it's iffy.
43.677.
Well, that sucked.
They did a couple.
Had to go real high on turn 1 because that guy coming out of the pits. Woo! I just didn't want him to. I pitted 1 lap early because I didn't want him to get closer and closer. Because with the draft, he could have gotten closer because I was going slow in the corners.
Great job, bud. Great job.
So I figured, I don't want him any closer than he is right now. Because if somebody's right on you when you go into the pits, they'll hit you. It's an awkward pit stop.
Go, man, go, go, man, go, 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 go.
I'm going.
Leaders off the road.
Okay, so we were ahead of Lovison by what? 1.5 seconds? 2 seconds? Now we're up by 7. So that seemed to work out well. Where's this going to put us? Lap 61.25.
1 minute, 11.981.
I've got it set to change tires again if we get up into the pits. We're okay on fuel. We might want tires. Because I'm sure if there's a caution, knock on wood, that all those guys behind me will drop in the pits. This is when you push it. Hanging out all race, making sure you made it to the end. So after your last stop, you can start to push, turn some laps.
42.853.
P4's in the pits. See, that was Jason. I think that was just his stop. He hadn't stopped. So he's stopping later than all of us. I don't think that's really going to help him, though. I think I was much too late to stop at that point. Like I said, I mean, you'll go slower and slower on those old tires. But people on fresh tires like me, I'm flying. You can't stay out too long. I mean, at the end it might be benefit that his tires will be more fresh at the end, but
42.771.
okay, so there's only 8 cars left on the lead lap. And now I'm a little bit worried. Nah, I'm not worried. I don't know what time Kingsbury's doing, but he's only 15 and a half seconds behind.
2.884. Got 20 laps to go.
But with 20 laps to go, if he makes up 15 and a half seconds, I deserve to be a lap down. Can we hit the top 5? That is the question. Well, there's Aaron, who I was not sure if he could make it to the end on fuel. Well, now that'd be interesting. If I stay behind him, I could cost him even more fuel. If I pass him, he can get my draft and save some fuel.
43.0.
He might not even need fuel. Who knows? Might have been saving fuel this whole time. That's why I caught up. Oh boy, don't do that. That is a CPU thing. I don't mind if he's gonna blink out. Blinking out is one thing, but when you blink out and jump back, that is trouble. That's a CPU issue. I mean, that could be... Who knows how the game would interpret that if he bounced back into my car. I mean, he went right back to where he belongs, but... I don't know. The sun's really getting brighter. Putting out more rays. Maybe it's my yellow car. Maybe that's reflecting more sun. Because it's really coming down between 2 and 3.
43.904.
You know what? That might be my yellow car. Having never been behind a windshield in an IndyCar before, can only guess. Dang, the leader has made up 5 seconds in 10 laps. Dang. Maybe that's telling me I need to get by roofs. Aaron ahead hosts lots of practices. Seems to be a decent enough guy. Been in more than one practice hosted by him. Alright, now we gotta try to think of something here. 10 to go, next time by. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna hang out? Are we gonna make a move? Am I gonna try some in-car adjustments, which I'm not sure how they'll work? That's always scary. Having that Aeroscreen with the extra weight on top kind of throws off the balance of the car. But of course, you know, I've had the whole race to get used to it. But now if I start making other adjustments, it might really kind of throw me for a loop, as they say. I knew it! I knew he didn't have enough fuel. What did I say? Rewind the tape. I said, that's too early to be pitting. He ain't got the fuel. Because I had thought about doing the exact same thing on that first pit stop to gain some positions, under fueling. Because, I mean, you really don't expect this to be going green flag for so long as it did. And since he's stopping now, well, presumably you could tell I wasn't going to pass him. I don't know if he ran out of fuel then, or if he just... No, I don't think he ran out of fuel then. I think he just knew that he'd run out of fuel soon, and he might as well get new tires. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I mean, I was going to do the same exact thing. Pit strategy can make or break your race. You know, you start taking chances, and they can either help you tremendously or just kill you. As you saw on my first race. You know, we pitted a little bit early, and came back to bite me with the caution. 6 cars on the lead lap. Well, I'm going to guess that 5 seconds is a bit too much to make up at this point. With 6 laps to go. But I'm glad we had a lot of green flag racing. What do we have? Just the one? No, we had 2 cautions, right? We had 2 cautions. The first lap one between those 2 guys and Kinducci's. And that was it. I think the Muppet montage will be quite short. We did have that one guy win in the wall there in turn 3 and cut across the track. Remember him? That was scary. That's how I got ahead of Loveson. Behind. I got ahead of him, and then I was able to pull away from him. So then that guy cutting across the track for no apparent reason. I mean, he had to get in the pits, but could have just gone straight. Because you know, once you're in the wall, that's it. You just gotta go straight at that point.
How much of a jump are you making here, bud?
I'm gonna go down to 5 cars on the lead lap. Is Kingsbury gonna make a move?
4, 7.
Probably not. I don't know. Some leaders will, some leaders won't. I gotta tell you, if I had a big lead very late, I am not gonna lap anybody. You never know. Yeah, he's got like a 20-second lead on P2. I wouldn't lap anybody. He's so close to him too. I would just be afraid they're gonna wreck me. Not intentionally, probably. But somebody makes a mistake, boom, you're out. It's just a mistake, but the effect is the same. Take care of your stuff, man. Yeah, see, so he's just hanging back.
43, 25, 1, 2.
He's doing what I do to Roos, just hang up. 2 to go. Let's bring it home, Spear. White flag next time by.
43, 26, 4, 4. This white flag.
That's what I said. Alright, so clearly this calculator's not working. It told me 38 or 40. The other one told me 56, 54. I put in 56. Yeah, I put in 55. The other one told me 53.8 or something like that. And this one on screen told me like 40. So it looks like I'm going to end with 2.5 or so. So yeah, if you're using race labs in ovals, beware. I mean, it's a great... I love the way it looks. Except for the pit things. But it's still new. But the fuel calculator on the oval is not so hot. Where did we start? Started P10, car number 14. Coming to checkers. Whoosh. 5 cars on the lead lap. He did pass Lovison at the end. I didn't think he would do it, but he did it.
Check your flag. Damn good work, brother. Good job.
Thanks, Chad. Whew. Yeah, so we could make it all the way around. Yeah, see, this is why I use my old calculator, because it knows exactly how much. I passed the line with 1.12 laps left, just enough to get me back to the pits. Yeah. Don't mess with fuel calculators. You gotta be certain about the fuel, or else you'll, well, like Aaron there, we're making an extra stop. Lovely, lovely, lovely. P5 for Spear. You gotta like that. Gotta like that if you're a Spear fan. And if you're not a Spear fan, what are you doing watching this whole race? Well, you could have been watching for somebody else, I guess. Maybe you're a Kingsbury fan. Went to see how he did. Well, you're welcome here too. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get new paint, and I might get a new pit crew jersey. If I can stick with the black and gold, I don't know. Here's the results. Man, after the start too, because I messed with my rig, trying to get everything settled, and I wasted time on the fuel calculator trying to get that to pop up. For me, it pops up on my screen so I can see it, man. But that was tough. Who's the big gainer? Looks like Casper gained 7 spots. So did Silva. He pitted early that first time. Remember? Oh, the 2 guys had to pit early. I don't know about the other guys. So we'll name Casper as the big hard charger, 14th to 7th. Whew, that was fun. Let's check out the Muppet montage. Oops. All right. Here we are at the start. Dun dun dun. Nothing going on at the start. Oh, this guy on the outside. Who is that? Is it 13? Who was that? Oops. Yeah, Gabby Chavez. Yeah, Chavez. Yeah, he was the first one to disconnect because he got a jump start there and doesn't know how to do it. So I'm guessing he's new to the car number 13. Started 17th. Yeah, he started last. You can't hang back and then get a jump start on everybody, dude. That's really not how it's done. So he got a black flag. Oh no. Oh, this was the guy. He was in a wreck too. So he went from last to top 5 and wrecked somebody. You got to be kidding me. Wrecked himself and took out that other guy, that Target car. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I can't believe that. That seems to be my favorite saying. But this guy qualified last, didn't qualify, got the jump start and black flag, and wrecks himself in turn 2 and takes out somebody else. That's just insane. I can't believe that. Well, I can believe that. Oh, and all these other guys up there all had damage. That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, they all got damaged. Raul was laps down. Yeah, everybody's all beat up there. Yeah. All because of that one guy. I gotta do something with this keyboard. I totally messed it up. At the start of the race. I thought everything was gonna happen. I thought my keyboard was gonna fall down. I was gonna press all kinds of buttons. What's going on here? Why are they showing this guy? This is the Muppet montage, not the Oliver Silva show. Oh, there's the wall. Okay. Robert Plumley, Canducci, 2. No. Oh. That's the wall. Not dead yet. Canducci again. Turn 3. Okay. I don't know what that was about. Mark Edmonds, he was behind us for most of the race. He jumped ahead of us at the start as I was letting people by, but he didn't deserve to be there. This Muppet montage is not really going very... Oh, yeah, there you go. Wallat. That was Wallat, wasn't it? Yep, Jason Walat and Kanducci. What happened there? Oh yeah, they're together. I keep going backwards. I think Jason was just too slow. Or no, Jason came out too wide. Rob's on the outside. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You can never tell. Let's take a different view. How about the chopper? Here's Jason, here's Rob. I don't know. Maybe Jason slowed down. Maybe Rob just drove into him. I don't know. Oh, there's Rob. Here comes Spear. Nope. Here comes Spear. Where's Spear? Well, that was a long time for me to drive by. Rob had a big lead. Edmonds, restart. Nothing's going on here. Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy who went in the wall and cut across. Yeah, watch. Okay, so he bouncing several times in the wall. Well, that was just out of 1, though. Oh, and he did it again. That was out of 2. Okay, then he did it again in 3. And then he just zoop. All right, let's see if I can get a view without this thing. Oh, you didn't even see the car behind. That's not fair. Rear chase. Yeah, see, so he let a couple people by as he gathered himself. And then me and that other guy and then me. Now the yellow one. Yeah, so the guy in front of me just had to slow down. Because of it. I think that was about it. I don't remember any other moments. Jesper, he finished P2, started on pole. Ooh, it looks like he might have tapped the wall. He can tap the wall. Like I said, I tapped the wall in qualifying. Oh, we got a little bit together. Jason, just pitting. Ooh, 60. Oh, the green flag stopped. Oh, Jason. He might have not sped, but either way, it's awfully slow. Lap 80, Jason. Oh, yeah, wall. And here's our race winner, Kingsbury, out of turn 2. He might have tapped the wall there. Again, the light hits. You can get away with light hits. What? What was that? Oh, he was a lap down. That was the end of the race. All right, there you go. P5 for Spear. Lots of fun, lots of fun. I do like it. I wish that pole wasn't there. I wish it was there, but it should be fairly transparent because you hold right now. Do this. Hold your hand sideways in front of your face, looking at the monitor. You can see the monitor. You can see almost all of it behind your hand. Maybe for just like a few millimeters you can't see, but mostly it becomes transparent because your brain knows how to use 2 different eyes to show you what's there. And you can't do that on a monitor. They should make that thing mostly transparent, just because that's the way your eyes perceive it. Your brain perceives it. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Hey, hit that us button. Check out these other videos. Thank you very much for watching. Join me again next time. This is the Spear with iRacing.